Jussie Smollett from Empire was the victim of a brutal, heinous hate crime in Chicago early Tuesday morning. Here's what we know. Jussie was out at around 2 a.m., went to a Subway restaurant to get some food. When he walked out, two men approached him, white men in ski masks, and yelled. They used a homophobic slur, they used the N-word, and they referenced Empire. So they clearly knew who he was. When Jussie turned around, they jumped him and brutally beat the hell out of him. He broke ribs. They also poured bleach on him during the attack and put a noose around his neck. Now, Jussie fought them off, and we're told he managed to get up once they fled and took himself to Northwest Memorial Hospital in Chicago. Now, here is the really scary part about this attack. We're told by people connected to Jussie that as the men fled, they yelled, "This is MAGA country." The other thing we know is that about 8 days ago, Jussie got a letter that was sent to Fox Studios in Chicago. He shoots Empire there in Chicago. It was addressed to him, and it said, "You will die, black," and then they used a homophobic slur. That was sent to him, and the letter, the envelope, said MAGA on it. So there are some really scary details here about this, but right now Jussie is recovering, and we hope he's going to be okay.
Blac Chyna's recent relationship just went up in smoke after a violent fight in Hawaii. She was in Honolulu with her new boyfriend, Kid Buu, and yesterday, early in the morning, in their hotel, they got in a huge argument, and ultimately, it ended in physical violence where Chyna scratched Kid Buu, and he then unloaded on her and shoved her against the wall, slammed her, and also allegedly choked her.
So both police and paramedics responded to the hotel, but by the time they got there, Kid Buu had already fled. There were no serious injuries, and at this time, no arrests have been made.
In light of the new Ted Bundy craze, which is getting a lot of criticism for sexualizing Ted Bundy, we actually spoke to Kathy Kleiner-Rubin, who was brutally attacked by Ted Bundy in the 70s. And she said it's important to see both sides of Ted Bundy, both the sexy side and the deep, dark killer side.
The movie does glorify more than I think he should be. But like I said, I think everyone should see it and understand him as what he was, even when he was the perfect son.
Now, regardless of how Kathy feels about all of these different Ted Bundy projects that are being released, she just wants women to be aware that when a seemingly trusting face approaches you, there might be more that meets the eye.
Mainly, that's my heart, is to care for the women, to be more aware of their surroundings, and be cautious.
We got Machine Gun Kelly and Pete Davidson out at Sundance, broing out together, ready for the premiere of their new film. And we asked them, are you guys the new Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn?
Can we expect you and MGK in a buddy comedy? Hell yeah. Are you guys working on one? Absolutely. Especially like the next Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. Okay, that's awesome.
The pair stayed together all day, and even later that night, MGK invited Pete Davidson on stage with him.
This motherfucker killed that shit. It's an amazing movie. It's called Big Time Adolescence. He's on mushrooms and he would like to tell everyone here to go and fucking...
The disaster that is the Fyre Festival is about to blow up in the faces of some of the most beautiful women in the world. A judge has now given the green light to subpoena the modeling agencies for Hailey Bieber, Kendall Jenner, Emily Ratajkowski, and Bella Hadid. Now, all of the models appeared in the now infamous promo video for the Fyre Festival. It's about the only thing that went right with that whole disaster. But there's a bankruptcy case now over the Fyre Festival, and lawyers want to find out where $26 million of investor money went.
So none of the models have been contacted yet, but it's safe to say that the lawyers are going to want to talk to these ladies pretty soon.